Hello, everybody. This is the Malarkey Hour, and I am your host, Matt. And with me, my co-host, Mr. John. How's it going, sir?
What's up?
All right, another week, another show. We're gonna have a fun time this week.
You know how I feel about fun?
You don't believe it actually exists?
No. I think it's a myth.
John's dead inside.
Yeah. I don't believe in fun or the moon landing.
But interesting enough, you believe in the Easter Bunny, so.
Yes, I do believe in the Easter Bunny.
All right, so let's get started this week. Let's start with a little bit of sports.
Nice.
That's right, sports coming right at you.
I'm gonna switch back. That'd be funny if there was a reality show where they're like finding the Easter Bunny, just like Bigfoot.
These like grainy pictures of like this huge ass fucking bunny.
Just want to hear people like his ears were this big, and they all sound nuts.
It's like local man.
And he pulls out an egg, and he's like, "I got this from him." And it's like, "How do you explain this?"
He shits colored eggs.
Yeah. He's blue.
But speaking of the Easter Bunny, the Masters were this weekend, John.
Okay. Yeah.
And the big winner was Jordan Spieth. Or Spiffy. Or however
They
you
call him
pronounce
the
it.
Easter Bunny.
They call him the Easter, but that is his nickname. He is he's 21 years old. And he won his first major.
Yep.
He sets he tied for the lowest score in the Masters.
I stopped watching like the last 4 holes because I figured it was impossible.
Yeah, with 18 under, he ties Tiger Woods' record of 18 under.
He's also the second youngest, right?
Second youngest, I think.
Number 1's Tiger. Number 2's him.
I think so.
I believe.
Yeah.
I haven't read anything, but that's what I thought I heard earlier.
And he had the lead in every round, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. First guy to do it since for a while, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know he on day 1 he had the lead. Day 2 he had the lead.
Yeah, I think this hasn't happened since Raymond Floyd in 1976.
Yeah.
So
everybody loved Raymond.
Everybody did love Raymond, John. Yes, you are correct about that. So Jordan Spieth or Spiffy, however you want to pronounce his last name, wins his first major. He gets that beautiful green jacket.
It's a weird tradition that they have Bubba Watt. I'm sorry, Bubba.
Bubba Watson.
Yeah, Bubba Watson put the jacket on him.
Yeah.
It's almost like...
Yeah, he has to make sure it goes on well.
Yeah, it's almost like you're my bitch. It's just a weird...
You always get the last...
Yeah, it's not like at the awards you hand somebody a trophy, you're like, put my jacket on for me.
What do they do? What do they do if you're a back-to-back winner? Do you put your, like...
I think Jack Nicklaus just puts it on you. Actually, I really don't know what they do.
Yeah, I don't know. Has that ever happened, like, back-to-back?
I
don't know if this happened. I'm sure we could look it up, but that wouldn't be...
Did Tiger do it?
Did he do it? I don't know if he won it 2 years in a row. I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Bubba didn't do it, right?
No, Bubba won it two out of 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. He won it last year, and then the year before.
Skipped one and then won.
Yeah, because I think who won it before that? Was it Rory?
Yeah, it was McIlroy, I think.
Was it either McIlroy or...
No,
you know who it was? It was that guy with the long putter. What's his name?
Oh, where he puts it on his stomach.
Yeah, what is his name?
He was in it.
Adam Scott. Adam Scott won it 2 years ago. Yeah.
He did all right, I think. Everybody played well.
Yeah, it was
just, you don't see people finish this high.
Yeah.
Like, usually if you're like 10, 12, 13, like, you have a good chance to win.
Like, I think Tiger finished 18th and he was -5, I think.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, if you're 5 under, you should be in, like,
top 10.
Like, I was going to say, like, 7, 6.
Yeah. So, I mean, for whatever reason this year, everybody was out on the course when it wasn't hard enough.
They didn't move the holes right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah. So.
Even old-ass, what's his name? Mickelson.
Yeah.
Like, he was in it.
Yeah.
But not in it enough.
No. So, Jordan Spieth Spieth, however you want to pronounce his last name, wins the Masters at 21 years old. It's all downhill from here for him.
I don't know about that.
He peaked at 21, John.
Yeah. He's still accomplished more than us.
Yeah, I like to think I'm still going up.
Oh, I didn't say you can accomplish more, but at this point, he's still winning. All right. You're like, well, he doesn't have a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't see him talking on a podcast. World-renowned podcast.
Tomorrow, Jordan Spieth's popular new podcast.
Doubles our viewership. Doubles our viewership in one day.
Yeah. If you like golf, Spiethcast.
Kicking it with Spieth.
That would suck if he became like the most popular podcaster, and they just started calling him Spiethcasts.
Oh god!
Just completely took it over.
Oh god, I'd be so pissed. Damn, Jordan.
Download our Spiethcast.
You can't let us just have one thing.
Like Bill Pod, who revolutionized the whole thing.
Yeah, the grandfather podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? Speaking of podcast, the NBA season is about to wrap up.
Bill Podsby.
The NBA season is about to wrap up, John.
Is it?
Yes. We have 3 more days left in the regular season, and we still have so many possibilities in the seeding, especially in the West. So let's focus on the West.
Okay.
Number 1 is pretty much locked up. The Golden State Warriors have pretty much locked up that number 1 seed.
By
and
pretty
the
much,
7th seed.
Absolutely.
And the 7th seed's locked up. Dallas can't move down or up, so they're stuck at that 7th seed. But let's start with something simple. Let's start with that 8th seed. That 8th seed is still up in the air. So we have the New Orleans Pelicans and the Oklahoma City Thunder fighting for that final playoff spot. Right now, currently they are tied.
That final one and done spot.
Yes, they're currently tied. They have the same record, but since New Orleans owns the tiebreaker, they are currently sitting at the 8th spot. They both have 2 games left, and if New Orleans wins out, they make the playoffs.
If they tie.
Yeah, or that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, well, same thing. Yeah.
The only way for the Thunder to make the playoffs, they would have to win out and have the Pelicans lose 1 game, or Pelicans lose 2 games and they win 1. So that's the only. Essentially, the Pelicans have to win. If they win out, they're in the playoffs. So you have the Pelicans. They're going to be playing. Who are they playing? The last 2 games. They have San Antonio on their last game, and tomorrow they are playing. Who are they playing? I had this up and I lost it.
Well, if Westbrook hadn't done something really stupid today,
They play the Timberwolves tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm saying that game's very winnable.
The Pelicans.
That game's very winnable for New Orleans, who's desperate.
Yeah.
And if there's no Westbrook tomorrow, and which he may be suspended.
They're going to be playing the Trailblazers tomorrow, and then they close out their season against Minnesota.
Even with Westbrook, that game's very losable for Oklahoma City, which would mean that if OKC wins and they lose, then the last game doesn't matter, except they play San Antonio. So San Antonio should be able to take care of that game.
Exactly.
And that would. It's so complicated. It's not complicated. It's just so much.
Yeah. And this is the easy one. Yeah, we're going to get even more complicated in a second.
If Memphis loses to Golden State tomorrow.
Well, let's finish up with New Orleans. Do you think they're going to win tomorrow without Westbrook? If he doesn't get that technical, he got a technical today. No. He's on his 16th technical in the NBA rules. Once you get your 16th technical of the season, you're suspended for 1 game automatically. So
this is against Minnesota?
He is suspended against Trailblazers tomorrow.
Oh, at Portland?
At Portland.
Yeah,
their last game is Minnesota.
Okay, I got you. No. If there's no Westbrook, they lose.
Yeah, so they essentially screwed
And in fact, I don't know, there's no line out there. Maybe there is, but I think New Orleans should be favored tomorrow.
Yeah, so if Oklahoma City loses tomorrow and New Orleans wins, it's over.
Right.
That last game doesn't matter for either team.
Right.
Yeah. So tomorrow, it all comes down to tomorrow.
Yeah, it's literally a day by day. Is the end of the season literally Wednesday?
It's Wednesday, yes.
Okay, for everybody.
For everybody, the last games are Wednesday. Okay, so that's the easy one. Now let's get a little complicated. Okay, so Portland Trailblazers They're stuck at number 4. They're not moving. They're not going up or down.
They're a 4 seed that will probably not get home court
They're not
advantage
get home
when
court.
they play a 5th seed.
Yeah, they're not going to get home court. There's not enough games for them to.
Which is a rule that needs to not change, at least they don't have to change the rule, but they need to change, just move them. You know what I mean? Change the number.
But the 4 teams that can move are the 2, 3, 5, and 6. So right now, as we're talking, I'm looking at the current standings. We got San Antonio at the 2 spot.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it crazy how they were a 7 a month ago or so?
We got the Clippers at number 3. We got the Memphis Grizzlies at number 5, and we got the Rockets at number 6.
Yep.
So, you heard the scenarios. Okay, so the Spurs have 1 game left. They played the Pelicans on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. They won tonight against the Suns. Okay, so the Clippers have 2 games left.
They should win out.
They're probably going to win out. The Grizzlies have 2 games left, and the Houston Rockets have 2 games left. Okay, so there's a lot of scenarios. Okay, so the Clippers own the tiebreaker against San Antonio.
Right.
So if they they're trying to make it as simple as possible. So if the Clippers have a better record than San Antonio, they're gonna be above them.
Right.
The Spurs own the tiebreaker against Houston.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
What's that?
You said if the Clippers have a what?
If it comes down to where San Antonio and San Antonio and Los Angeles have the same record, Clippers are gonna have. I'm just trying to make it. Okay. We'll get into the more complicated because it's a more complicated. So if say Memphis and Houston loses. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, so then you have Memphis. Memphis has the tiebreaker against San Antonio, and San Antonio has a tiebreaker against Houston. And this is if there's a tie. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is where you brought it up. Now, if there's a 4-way tie between these 4 teams, then it automatically goes to conference records.
And then it would be
San Antonio.
It would be Golden State, obviously, and then
Number
2
1.
would be Spurs, 3 would be Clippers, then it'd be Blazers, then it'd be Grizzlies.
Yeah,
and then Rockets.
And then Rockets.
Yes.
So it would stay as it is currently right now. So if all 4 teams, which is very possible, tie it, they would have to go to conference records.
Yeah.
So
that's if it's a 4-way tie, it'd be Spurs, Clippers, Blazers, Grizzlies, Rockets.
So there is a billion different ways for this season to end.
I don't think the Clippers will lose another game. Their schedule looks way too easy.
So the Clippers have.
I don't think the Spurs will lose their last game. Memphis will probably lose tomorrow at Golden State.
Yeah, so Grizzlies have 2 games left. One's against the Golden State Warriors, and then the last one's against.
Yep.
Against. I don't have the Clippers play the Nuggets tomorrow. Very winnable.
Yep.
And then their last game is against. Every team has 2 games left except San Antonio. And then their last game is against. I have it right here. It is against Phoenix on Tuesday. Very winnable.
Yeah.
We got Memphis with 2 games left. Like you mentioned, tomorrow.
What's the Rockets schedule? I don't really know what it is. But
the Rockets don't have it up. I should have it up, and I don't. So like you said, the Grizzlies play the Golden State Warriors tomorrow, and then their last game is on Tuesday, I believe.
Okay, the Rockets have 2 more, and that looks very winnable at Charlotte, and then at home versus Utah.
There you go. And the Grizzlies have.
There is a chance that everybody wins out, but most likely the thing that'll screw that up is tomorrow Memphis will probably lose to Golden State,
and then they close out the season with on Wednesday against Indiana. So, yeah, I mean,
but if Memphis loses to Golden State, they're going to be 5 or 6.
Yeah, they're stuck on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying most likely 6.
Yeah. Yes. So.
It's crazy. Now that's a crazy jump. You're just 2, and all of a sudden you're 6.
Yes.
If you're the Grizzlies.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yes.
For losing 1 game.
Yes. Okay. So let's jump to the East. The East isn't as exciting, but
I was gonna say the East sucks.
pretty much everything. There's still 3 in the 4 spot. Chicago and the Raptors are tied right now.
We got to figure out who.
The Raptors have the tiebreakers, so they're above them. I don't want to get into too many of the scenarios. What ifs? Brooklyn and Pacers are fighting for that 8th spot. But let's skip all that And let's get down to...
It's all about whoever can come out of the West and play the Cavs.
Okay, so you already jumped ahead. Okay, so I was going to ask you, who do you think is going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Atlanta, Cleveland, I think.
That's your 2 picks.
There's a chance that Chicago could get in there, but not if they're going. Would they have to go through Cleveland or Atlanta?
They would have to go through Atlanta, as it is around their 4th seed. They would have to, but if they were to jump ahead of the Raptors, they'll be number 3, and they would have to face the Cavaliers in the second round.
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
Now, there's a chance that Chicago could beat Atlanta in a series. Just Atlanta, I don't know if they just coasting. I don't know what they're doing, but they are not playing well.
They're not playing well at all.
Yeah. So there's a very good chance, especially if Rose gets back into rhythm. That,
right.
Yeah, they could upset them.
Yes.
It could be you could see a Bulls Cavs final, Eastern Conference.
If
Final.
it stays away, yeah. So my prediction is I think it's going to be Atlanta and Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think Atlanta's getting a little underrated, but I understand why.
Because they're playing so bad now.
I understand why, but so yeah. So let's before we do the finals, let's go to the West. And who do you have winning and going to the Western Conference Finals? Which 2 teams?
You're asking me a West team and an East team?
No. Western Conference Finals.
Warriors, Spurs.
Warriors, Spurs.
Yep.
It seems that's the consensus. It seems like those are the 4 teams everybody thinks are probably the best, and I agree too. I think the Rockets are the weakest of you would call the top teams.
Do you think no matter who they play, they're going to be done first round?
Houston, maybe, yeah, because
especially if they don't have home court.
Yeah, because they're gonna have to face one of the top teams. They're gonna have to face either Grizzlies, Clippers, or the Spurs. Any of those teams can beat them easily, because their offense is hardened.
Especially if they don't have home court, though.
Especially if they don't have home court. Yes.
Then if there's no home court, I say Houston's a 1.
The only way Houston can make it past the first round is if they hit the 5th seed and they face the Trailblazers. That's the only way.
Actually, anybody who gets the 5th seed,
it wins. It's gonna win.
Should win that first round.
So that eliminates the Rockets for me. The Grizzlies are a little tougher, especially if Marcus Hall doesn't come back. If that injury becomes more serious.
Isn't that bad?
Yeah. Well, I don't know because he's questionable for tomorrow's game.
Well, if that's the case, I'm a biased Spurs fan. I would say you would want Memphis in there.
Yeah.
And then make
now the Clippers Clippers
make Golden State play the Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers are the wild card. Clippers have been playing well, but we don't know how well they really are, how good they are.
They're playing very good offense.
Yeah. That's the wild card team for me.
Right.
If they get
I think that would probably be a fun series if it was Clippers and Golden State.
Yes. And as it is right now, they're the 3rd seed. They would face the Spurs in the second round. So if they end up dropping and they face the Warriors in the second round.
Wait, who would play Spurs in second?
The Clippers.
Yeah.
So it is right now because they're 2 and 3. So, but if the Clippers for some reason they fall to the the 5th seed, they would face the Warriors in the second round. That series could go. Especially if the Clippers are playing well, that could go. I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers beat them.
Golden State?
Yes.
I think it could definitely go 7 games.
Yeah, it goes 7 games. So, like I said, I think the Clippers. I don't see it happening. I have it as well. I think it's gonna be Warriors Spurs, the Western Conference Finals. But Clippers are the wild card, and then Mavericks have no chance, and Pelicans or Thunder, whoever makes it, they don't have no chance. So.
Right. Yeah, the 8th seed is. Yeah.
Yeah, Mavericks 7. I just don't see the Mavericks. It's just they don't look as they're not playing as well as they were playing last season. So there it is. Okay, so the finals. What are your 3 teams for the finals?
Unbiasedly,
Cavs, Warriors.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say Spurs, Cavs. But I wouldn't put money on it.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think the Cavs are coming out of the East, not easily, but they're gonna have an easier time. It's gonna be a tough Western Conference Finals if it does end up being Warriors Spurs. So
I think that you really, if you're the Spurs, you do not want to play a Game 7 in Golden State.
Yeah, I mean, that's especially that arena. They're pretty.
That's why I would love for like a Clippers upset or take them out or something.
Exactly. So we'll see. So yeah, so there you go. There's your pre-playoff picture. We have 3 more days left of the regular season. Then the playoffs start on Saturday, and we'll have everything probably gonna take until Wednesday to figure out who's playing who. So
yeah.
So we will have more. We'll have playoff coverage for you next week. After the first couple games.
Dinner.
There you go. Don't get ahead of me, sir. Okay, so that's sports for this week. Let's move on, John.
Okay.
Let's move from sports. Let's do a little bit of Hollywood news. This weekend, did you I don't know if you happened to see the award show this weekend. The MTV Movie Awards.
No.
Were this weekend. It was hosted by Amy Schumer,
she's funny.
Hot new actress who's been around. She's been around for a few years, but she has a new movie coming out this year, and it seems like this is the year of Amy Schumer.
About to say something sexist. Like, she's one of the few female comedians that I like.
You don't think women are funny, John?
Some of them.
Let's move on before you say something misogynistic.
I'm pretty sure we've said way worse.
I don't know about me. Let's look at the winners real quick. I'm just gonna list.
Who cares?
I'm gonna just list the winners. We have best musical moment.
Actually, let me guess on the big ones.
Okay, best musical moment was Jennifer Lawrence for The Hunger Games. Best on-screen transformation was Elizabeth Banks for The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. Best villain was Meryl Streep for Into the Woods.
Best on-screen transformation.
Yeah. Best
Bruce Jenner.
It wasn't on screen though. Best WTF moment was Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne in Neighbors. Best fight was Dylan O'Brien versus Will Poulter in The Maze Runner. Best shirtless performance was me at in the pool last summer. No, it was Zac Efron in Neighbors. Best hero was Dylan O'Brien for The Maze Runner. Okay, so this
is that video you show everybody on your phone.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to guess the winner for some of the big ones? Okay, so we got best female performance, John. I will give you the list of winners, and you try to guess who won.
I have to guess what a 14-year-old girl would vote for.
Exactly. So we have Emma Stone for Birdman, Jennifer Lawrence for The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1, Scarlett Johansson for Lucy, Reese Witherspoon for Wild, and Shailene Woodley for The Fault in Our Stars. Who do you think won? Who do 14-year-old girls like?
Hunger Games.
You are wrong. You don't know how to think like a 14-year-old girl.
Fault in Our Stars?
Yeah, Shailene Woodley. Okay.
I saw it.
Did you like it?
It's kind of a downer. Just got to bring that oxygen tank with her everywhere.
I know, it must be annoying.
Looks heavy.
Let's continue. These aren't that big. Best breakthrough performance. You want to guess that one or?
Sure.
Okay, so we have Dylan O'Brien for the Maze Runner, Ansel Elgort for The Fault in Our Stars, David Oyelowo for Selma, L.R. Coltrane for Boyhood, and Rosamund Pike for Gone Girl. Best breakthrough performance.
Fault in the Stars. Fault in Our Stars.
You're a terrible 14-year-old girl.
Just tell me.
Dylan O'Brien for the Maze Runner.
Okay.
Okay, so
duh. Because I'm a 14-year-old girl, so I'm going to pick the young guy. I forgot.
Best scared as shit performance.
Yes, very.
Jennifer Lopez for The Boy Next Door, Annabelle Wallace for Annabelle, Dylan O'Brien for The Maze Runner, Zach Gilford for The Purge, Anarchy, or Rosamund Pike for Gone Girl.
Say that third one again.
Dylan O'Brien for the Maze Runner?
Sure.
Nope.
Just tell
me. It was
me.
Jennifer Lopez for The Boy Next Door.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Looks like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, it did, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got Best Comedian Performance. We got Chris Pratt for Guardians of the Galaxy, Shannon Tatum for 22 Jump Street, Chris Rock for Top 5, Rose Byrne for Neighbors, and Kevin Hart for the Wedding Ringer. I'm sorry.
Kevin Hart.
Nope.
Just tell me.
Channing Tatum for 22 Jump Street. You're terrible.
Oh God, I forgot I'm a 14-year-old girl. Of course, I like Channing Tatum.
We got Bradley Cooper and Vin. For Best Duel. We got Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel for Guardians of the Galaxy. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill for 22 Jump Street. Zac Efron and Dave Franco for Neighbors. James Franco and Seth Rogen for The Interview. And Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort for The Fault in Our Stars. Think like a 14-year-old girl, John.
Neighbors.
Yes, sir.
Because all the chicks love Seth Rogen.
All the chicks love Seth Rogen.
A body like that.
You're finally like connected with your inner 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. Okay, so we have Best Kiss. We got Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield for The Amazing Spider-Man. James Franco and Seth Rogen for The Interview. Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans for Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Rose Byrne and Halston Sage, that the Neighbors, when she kisses that chick in the party. And Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort for The Fault in Our Stars. Best Kiss.
The Stars one.
Yeah, there you go. You're finally that 14-year-old girl inside you is finally talking to you.
Voice inside my head tells me to burn things.
Okay, Best Male Performance. We got Bradley Cooper for American Sniper. Ansel Elgort for The Fault in Our Stars. Channing Tatum for Foxcatcher. Miles Teller for Whiplash. Or Chris Pratt for Guardians of the Galaxy. Which guy does all 14-year-old girls think gave the best male performance?
Let's say Whiplash.
Nope.
No, they're not mature enough. Tell me.
Bradley Cooper for American Sniper.
Okay.
And finally, the big one, Movie of the Year.
I don't know.
We got
probably something with Kevin Hart in it.
we got. I'll give you the nominees. Gone Girl, Guardians of the Galaxy, American Sniper, Boyhood, The Fault in Our Stars.
The Fault in Our Stars.
There you go. Movie of the Year.
So terribly wrong.
Okay, so that was the MTV Movie Award winners. Okay. So moving on in movie news, we're gonna go down to the small screen. John, are you a Game of Thrones fan?
No, I don't dislike it. I'm not into it.
So if since you're not a fan, you probably didn't know that season 5's about to premiere tonight, and nearly half of the season 5 episodes have been leaked online.
I think I did see that somewhere, but
so this season's 10 episodes long, and the first 4 episodes of the new season have been leaked online to various.
I wish I
torrent
was,
sites.
because that would be exciting.
Yeah, so they said that it appeared yesterday afternoon, and the episodes have already been downloaded almost 800,000 times.
Nice.
This is bad news for HBO, who's they're about to release their standalone HBO Go subscription, where even if you don't have cable, you could just buy the HBO Go app and pay a monthly subscription. And they timed it with the release of the new Game of Thrones season 5, so this is gonna hurt them a little bit because they were hoping that with the new season, people are gonna wanna, hey, I'll pay a subscription and I'll watch Game of Thrones.
They'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be all right, but it's still not good. So
yeah.
So, and the new the standalone service is gonna cost $15 a month. But this is appealing for people who don't want to get cable.
Movies too.
Yeah, it's anything that's on HBO Go.
So they get like the HBO on-demand movies,
yeah,
and then like all the old series. And, okay, that's cool.
So it's appealing for people who have.
I mean, I have HBO Go because I have HBO, but
yeah,
I don't really use it that much. But
yeah,
I can. That's not a bad price.
Not $15 because most of the time that's what you're gonna pay if you have it with your cable.
Yeah. So. It's a little bit more than Netflix.
Yeah, but for some, there's some stuff like if you're a big Games of Thrones fans, that's the only way to watch it is through HBO. So, but the first 4 episodes leaked. Bad news for.
Great news for Game of Thrones fans.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So we are just moving through these Hollywood news. Let's do some of our favorite stuff. Let's do a little some trailers.
Yay!
This first one We're gonna step away from the big screen, and it's a little small screen. I'm gonna show you the trailer to the new season. It's a teaser trailer for the new season of True Detective on HBO. Did you watch the first season?
No.
The first season starred Matthew McConaughey, and
everybody tells me the same thing. They go, "Yeah, I saw. Have you seen it?" And I'm like, "No." They go, "It's okay."
It's okay.
Everybody says, "Yeah, it's really okay."
One of the big selling points was they had two big movie stars, that Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. Now, the appeal of this is like they're not going to be in every season. So first season had them, and then they're gone.
A lot of shows, well, not a lot, but some shows are doing this now.
Yeah, it's a big American Horror Stories.
I was going to say American Horror Stories.
Yeah, they have a new cast every season. So this one,
did you watch the first American Horror Story?
I haven't watched a single episode.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I hear people like it,
but I hear it's good.
Yeah, some people like it. So
you know what I need to get back into is that Bates
Motel.
Yeah, because I watched the first few and I liked it, and then I just completely kind of like how I was with Mad Men. I got into it, and then I just. Not that I didn't like it anymore. I just kind of faded away. So, unrelated. Go play.
You haven't seen the episode where Roger Sterling dies.
Shut up.
Okay, so these are True Detective, the second season starring Colin Farrell and your favorite actor, Vince Vaughn. And this is the teaser for the new season 2 of
Change will come to those who have no fear, but I am not her, you never were the kind who kept a rule book near. Weren't we like a pair of thieves, with tumbled locks and broken codes? You cannot take that from me, my small reprieves, your heart of gold. Inside a holy war, your love and my due diligence, the only thing.
It's like a 70s porn producer.
Yeah, with that mustache.
Yeah.
So the first season was set in Louisiana. This one is set in California, in Los Angeles. So that's another change.
Nice.
Totally different story from the first season.
So can I watch this without seeing the first one?
Yeah, more than likely. So that's the first one for this week, the first trailer. The second one, I think you'll be excited because it's a sequel to a movie you liked from a few years ago. Remember the Ethan Hawke horror movie Sinister?
Yeah.
Well, they made a second one, and this one's coming out in August. This is a sequel. So the first one came out a few years ago, and this is the first trailer for part 2. Let's watch it.
I like the first one.
What's the name of the monster?
Bagul.
Bagul's back.
He's that guy that plays for Golden State that's always hurt.
That's spoke it.
Yeah.
All right, this is the trailer for Sinister 2.
Karen? Oh, baby.
Boys, let's get ready for bed.
Can we just watch till the next commercial? Come on.
I don't like it when you boys watch stuff like that before bed, okay? So let's go, come on.
It's not real, Mom. It's okay if it's not real.
Oh, God, it's Bagul.
Bagul's back.
Bagul is Bagat.
Yes. You don't stop evil. You can only protect yourself from it.
I'm worried about Dylan.
Why?
He's just different.
You don't invite evil over to dinner.
I have something to show you.
There are references to Bagul across all cultures. Some believe that it fed off of the corruption of innocence.
Children, have you ever met the bogeyman before? No, of course you haven't, for you're much too good, I'm sure. Hush, hush, bogeyman.
There are always three things in common. There's a murdered family, a house, and some form of offering. What does she say? It's coordinates to where? A farm where an entire family was murdered.
Nobody ever comes out here. That was terrible what happened.
It's the kids. He gets the kids.
This one's mine.
Your family's in danger.
Why?
He's gonna hurt us.
I won't let that happen.
But Ghoul's always like well dressed.
Right? It's a nice tailor.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought it was over. Yeah, I'm down. I'll see it.
Sinister 2.
Yeah, it looks pretty sinister. I'm down.
Some could say it's more sinister. Okay, John. Let's move away from Hollywood. Let's do some news. This isn't just regular news. This is unusual news. This is weird news.
Okay.
I'll read you part of the headline and see if you could guess what the rest of the headline is. Okay. So this first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a man in Minnesota. He is accused of stealing $700,000 worth of something. What do you think he stole? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with an animal.
Dog food.
Okay. No, it's not a dog. No, it has to do with.
Is it animal food?
It's not animal food. It's a part of the animal.
$700,000 worth.
70. I'm sorry. I said 700. I meant 70,000. I'm sorry.
$70,000 worth of. Jesus. Rabbit's foots?
No.
Lucky rabbit's foots?
No, you want to give one more guess? Okay, it's part of the animal's body that comes out of its body.
Is it something that people eat on a regular basis?
I don't think you want to eat this.
He stole animal penises, didn't he?
Not penises. You're close.
Testicles.
No. Close, huh?
He stole assholes?
No. A Minnesota thief stole $70,000 worth of bull semen.
Oh, that was my next guess.
So that's to say you're close. Yes, a farmer in Leroy, Minnesota is he's having trouble because there's these ballsy thieves stealing.
Can I ask how you put a price on
I don't know.
semen?
I guess I guess this is something you sell.
For breeding?
I would hope so.
For parties?
So a frozen canister, it's about the size of a milk jug, was stolen from an unlocked barn belonging to Daniel Wennes. I guess he's a farmer in Minnesota. The canister contained a bunch of vials of bull semen valued between $300 to $1,500 each. I guess each vial is worth that much.
Jesus.
The canister was worth $500 by itself, and everything altogether was $70,000.
This has to be for breeding.
I would hope so.
Like, what else gives it value?
Mark May, chief deputy of the Moore County Sheriff's Office, says animal semen can be big business. This is a market. There is a market for this. A lot of people bid on it or purchase it instead of transporting their animals to and from the site for breeding. So instead of having them breed the old-fashioned way, they just artificially inseminate them.
Yeah,
they can
I've been outbidded on eBay for
this. They can purchase this vial of bull semen and inseminate their cow, and I guess it's just a more reliable way to do it. But so far, there's no suspects. So there's somewhere out there somebody has a bunch of bull semen.
I was pretty pissed when I lost my auction.
Okay.
Damn you, Randy Party 6255.
Okay, this next one has to do with ESPN. So on ESPN, on the campus, there's a campus it's located in Bristol, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
There's an animal that went on the loose. What animal do you think went on the loose on the ESPN campus?
I'm gonna just randomly say a goat.
Have you heard about this?
I saw it on ESPN.
Okay. Okay. So a goat terrorized the ESPN offices in Bristol, Connecticut on Thursday. and there's pictures. So you see the goat right there. Like, there's pictures of it tweeted out.
Right.
And pretty much that's it. The goat was captured and it was unharmed. And that's it. There's not much else to the news. You sort of ruined it for knowing.
I mean, I could have pretended to not know it.
Yeah, because you're honest. Okay.
Sorry for being honest.
No, that's good. That's good. Your mother raised you well. Okay, this is the next one. So we got a woman, right? Mm-hmm. She got herself into a pretty bad car accident, and then the paramedics were called, and they're trying to help her. While they're trying to help her, she started doing something. What do you think she started doing? As the paramedics were trying to help her.
She was in the car still?
Yeah, they were helping out. She was in a car accident, and
they're trying to get her out of the car?
No, they were just treating her for her wounds or whatever. And she started...
Something sexual?
No, not sexual.
Started doing something. I have no idea.
Okay, so we have this woman, the Virginia Beach woman. Her name is Trisha Kite, K-I-G-H-T. She's 41-year-old. She was in a car accident, and as paramedics were trying to help her after the car accident, she was still drinking beer.
Nice.
So a judge sentenced her on Wednesday for DUI and permanently injuring a victim. So back in October, Kite was caused a crash on Shore Drive in Virginia Beach while on the way home from purchasing beer. She did not have the right of way and struck another vehicle. So as EMS attempted to treat the injuries to her leg, she began drinking a beer. The officer was able to pry the beer from her hand, but she reached for the case of beer on the floor and grabbed another. The police said that she had a blood alcohol level 5 times the legal limit. The legal limit in most states is 0.08, so she was 0.4. If I'm doing my math right. According to police, she had drunk a 12-pack of beer and had taken 2 Percocets. That's a nice combination there.
Very nice. Okay.
So there you go. So she had a 12-pack and 2 Percocets. So she was up for a nice night of partying.
Pretty sure she's gonna take some plea bargain.
Okay, so last story, John. So this happened in Japan. There's this man. He did something on a train to 200 women. What do you think he did?
What can you do to 200 women?
Well, I'm sorry, 100. I said 200. I meant 100.
Yeah.
Like that changes it.
Yeah, right. That's more reasonable.
He did something on the train to these women that
he exposed himself.
Close. Want to take another guess?
He grabbed them.
Not necessarily them. He didn't touch them.
He was masturbating.
Exactly. So there is a serial train masturbator on the loose in Japan, and his name is Tatsuya Fugada.
He did it to 100 women, and
he admits to her. He's a serial train masturbator, John.
But they caught him, right?
Yes, they caught him.
Okay, I thought you were like, this man's on the loose.
No. His name is Tatsuya Fugada. He's 40 years old. And on Thursday, okay, this is funny. Police in Japan arrested him on Thursday after matching his DNA to a sample of semen taken off a 18-year-old schoolgirl skirt in December. Once in custody, Fugata admitted to doing the same thing to other women on the Japan Rail Sobu line about 2 or 3 times a month since 2011. So 4 years this man was attacking these poor women. He told police that he did it because he was excited to be in close contact with women on the crowded trains. Cops say he suspected
to be on a train.
Cops say he suspected in more than 100 incidents. They theorized that Fugata cut holes in his jacket pockets so he could discreetly touch himself, then apply his semen to victims.
They theorized this?
Yes, they theorized this.
Okay.
What's the thing that's funny about this case? He faces a charge of vandalism for damaging the skirt of this poor woman, of this poor girl.
That's the first charge I thought of. It's like, as soon as he told me this story, I was like, I hate vandalizers.
This comes off. Last year there was. I don't know if you ever heard about. There was a story last year in Minnesota about this man. Minnesota has all this weird shit.
I was gonna say, why is Minnesota again?
I don't know if you heard. Apparently, there's a man in Minnesota who admitted to ejaculating in his female coworker's coffee.
Okay.
So, but he avoided felony sex crime charges because there's a legal loophole.
Mm-hmm.
And this loophole is
she asked for extra cream.
Yes. So apparently,
that's gross. And he's in charge of the coffee.
The reason is Minnesota law doesn't cover indirect bodily fluid contact.
Wait, say that again.
So the loophole, he wasn't charged with criminal sexual conduct because even though his victim drank the tainted coffee, Minnesota law doesn't cover indirect bodily fluid contact.
So
because he didn't ejaculate directly onto the victim, he ejaculated into the coffee, and then she drank the coffee.
So there's
if he had ejaculated on if it went straight from his penis,
if he had vandalized her,
yes, if it had gone straight from his penis to her, that would have been
okay, like sexual assault or something weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that was the loophole.
So he was not not charged.
He was not charged for it.
So he got off in more ways than one.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you go to Japan, ladies, if you go to Japan, watch out for this. Oh, he's caught. So the trains are safe.
Right.
For 4 years. For 4 years.
Yeah. It's like the Zodiac killer, but not.
Yeah, exactly.
That went on for a while.
Okay, so that was the last weird news of the week. All right, John. I'm looking at the clock. It looks like we got time for one last segment.
Okay.
That's what the clock is telling me, and it's our favorite segment of the podcast. It is the weekend box office results. It's a game we play every week for people who are new to this. John will try to guess the top 5 movies of the week this weekend. I will give him the top 5, but I will give him an alphabetical order, and he has to put them in order from 1 to 5. So I will give it to you in alphabetical order. It's John's job. He takes it very seriously to put it in alphabetical order. I mean,
very
order.
Seriously.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Very serious.
All right.
So,
Okay. So you're gonna give it to you in what order?
in alphabetical order.
Miss
Yes.
I got you.
What could be easier? It's right file according to alphabetical order. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
Let's go.
Okay, so let me give you the 2 new movies that came out this week. The first one, it was very limited in 4 theaters. It's a new sci-fi movie called Ex Machina. It only came out in 4 theaters. So obviously, that's not in the top 5. But the other one is the big release, which this movie it's in that Sparks guy who writes all these romantic novels. They get turned to movies and makes a shitload of money. He has a new movie coming out based on one of his books. It's called The Longest Ride. It stars Clint Eastwood's son. That's the big release this week.
Right.
Okay.
First week out.
Okay, so this is top 5 in alphabetical order. We got Cinderella still in the top 5 after 5 weeks.
Okay.
We got Furious 7, second week out, still in the top 5. We got Get Hard, third week out, still in the top 5. We got Home, third week out, still in the top 5. And then, last but not least, we got The Longest Ride. It's first week out, and it cracks the top 5. So now John has to decide which movie he thinks won the weekend box office.
The only one that has
John takes this very seriously. John studies this a lot harder than he studied for his SATs.
I didn't study for my SATs.
Exactly, so he studies a lot harder for this than he did his SATs. All right, John.
In fact, I told you when I took my SATs, I took them on a standby. Mm-hmm. And I was in a room by myself with an instructor.
Uh-huh.
And everybody else was like...
And you still cheated?
Yeah.
You still copied off the
yeah, I copied off this invisible people around me.
Exactly.
And it's funny, they have to read me all the rules. And like they're like...
It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, no looking at any other test.
Yeah.
I'm there by myself. I'm like, okay.
Exactly. Okay, so John.
I took mine on the fly.
There you go.
That's not the way you should take it.
What was your score?
Honestly, it was like a 12.90.
Oh, so you were stupid.
I guess.
I just that's a good score. Okay, so what do you think won the weekend box office?
Furious, obviously.
Furious 7 did win the weekend box office. It was number 1 last week. It continues to be number 1 for this week. How much do you think it made this week? Last week it broke records. It was, 140 million? Something like that?
I'm going to... Yeah, 143 is what I have here.
Yeah. So obviously it had to drop. There's no way it made...
No, I mean, I'm going to cut it in half at the very least. And then...
Okay.
I don't know how much more I should go down after that.
So John predicts at least a 50% cut.
53.
Close. 60,591,000. It dropped 58.8%. And it has grossed so far $252 million in the United States alone.
How much?
$252,522,000 in the United States alone in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Okay, number 2. Which movie took the 2 spots?
I'm not expecting anything else to be near that number.
Mm-hmm.
Just based on the movies that I have here and how long they've been out, plus the opening movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put it there yet. What is it rated? The longest ride?
PG-13.
Okay. Get Hard is R. Cinderella's a kids movie, and Home is the other kids movie. But Cinderella's been out longer than Home, right?
Cinderella's been out 5 weeks. Correct.
How long is Home? Like 3?
This is 3rd week out.
Give me a second here. I'm not going to deviate. I'm going to say that it stays in 2nd like it was last
Home?
week. Yeah.
You're correct. It was 2nd last week, and it stayed 2nd. How much do you think it made?
27 last week. Still like an even 20.
Nice. 19 million.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
It has made 129,554,000 in 3 weeks.
This is where it gets a little tricky.
Okay, so we got 3 movies left. One of them's been out for 5 weeks. Get Hard's been out for 3, and you got the longest ride this first week. Which one do you think got number 3?
Get Hard is R. That's why I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella last week, 10.2. An opening movie, though. Opening week over Cinderella should do it.
Mm-hmm.
The longest ride is one of my...
Number 3 was the longest ride. How much do you think it made? Yes, sir.
Okay. 15?
It made 13.5 million.
Okay.
Now, you've been pretty close on all of these. Number 4. We got number 4.
The first 2 were easy, and then after that, it's kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Cinderella?
No, your first. You should have stayed with it. Get Hard was number 3 last week. Drops down to number 4. How much do you think?
It's all because I didn't flip the paper over.
So you got ahead of yourself.
Okay, so Get Hard is 4.
Mm-hmm. How much do you think it made? This is 3rd week out. How much do you think it made?
Drop, I don't know, 7.
It made 8,635,000. And Cinderella rounds out the top 5. How much do you think that made?
7.
It made 7,225,000.
Nice.
It's 5th week out. It has made $180 million. 773,000.
I've been getting the order right for a while.
Yeah. It's been you've gone on a good streak, a good 5-6 weeks in a row where you haven't missed any of them. Okay, just to round out the top 10. Number 6 was the Divergent series, Insurgent, with 6.85 million. It's made 114 million so far in 4 weeks. We got number 7, Woman in Gold, with 5.852 million. It is expanding to more theaters. It's made 9,303,000 so far. Number 8 is the horror movie It Follows. It's still not that many theaters. It made $2 million, 2,227,000. We have its total is 11,788,000 in 5 weeks out. We got number 9, Danny Collins, with 1.6 million, and number 10, While We're Young, with 1.377 million.
We aren't young,
and that's it. That's your top 10.
What's that song? And they're saying, like, we are young. But I always say, we aren't young.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Is it like a recent song?
It was popular for like 2 years ago.
Oh, then I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's hip. Yeah, I used to know what was it. Then they changed what it was.
Yeah. I used to. Yeah. Was that Simpsons? Yeah. That's a funny one.
Yeah. So.
I used to be down with it.
No, I think it's. I used to know what was it, and they changed what
then
it was.
They changed what it
was. Yeah, exactly. So there's your top 10, and that's pretty much we're running out the show. We have a few minutes left.
Apparently, it's called "We Are Young," and it's by Fun.
Fun with a period, right? It's not like fun. It's fun.
Capital letters. Can we play this?
No.
Do we have the rights?
No, we don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's stop it.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Unless you want to get sued by Fun.
I thought you get like 7 seconds.
No, you don't get any seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. How come we can play movie trailers and we can't play a song?
Because we're commenting on them.
Can't we just comment on this?
It's tricky. Yeah.
Fine,
it's harder.
Fine.
And even movie trailers is tricky. Like
that's not fun.
You could cover it. Like you could like sing it. If you want to sing it.
I don't remember how it goes.
I'll get you the lyrics.
Actually, I remember they played it 1,000,000 times because I sat at a blackjack table in Vegas for like 7 hours, and I heard it like 7 times.
That's crazy. The fact that you sat for 7 hours.
Yeah. Back starts to hurt. You go through because they switch dealers like every 45 minutes, and you see they're like, "Oh, you again?" And you're like, "You're still here?" They go through cycles, and you see them like, "Yeah, I see you again."
Exactly.
Like my shift's about to be over.
You know what would be sad though? Like you're there so long that.
Well, I mean, it's not sad because you're in Vegas and that's
but it'd be funny. Like you're there so long that the first dealer you deal with comes back, like starts his second shift. You're like, "Oh, you're still here? Oh, you came back?" Like, "No, I haven't left."
They already went to bed and everything.
Yeah. They went to had their day. They had their they had to do all this stuff. And then
sure, I remember going to bed like it was probably like 8 something in the morning, and I'm going up the elevator, and there's a guy with his luggage. He's like, "You in for the weekend?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Just arriving?" I was like, "Going to bed." And he's like, he was an older guy. He goes, "Nice."
I used to do that.
Yeah. When I was young.
You should sing it.
Can't. Apparently, we gotta pay rights.
No, you can cover it.
I don't know the word. I mean,
Yeah,
even if I look up the words, I don't remember how it goes. Like,
you don't
I don't remember the rhythm. I just remember the
like
like the main part of the song.
Oh well, then it says, "Give me a second. I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about a scar,
Can you stop reading your journal?
I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget. But between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, I'm trying hard to take it back. So that by the time the bar closes, and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home. Because, you know why, John? Because tonight we are young. So let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter than the sun."
Let's set the world on fire.
There you go.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm still at the blackjack table.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's the same thing. It's like it's close. I think it's better in the song. Yeah. I think my interpretation is better than the song.
I always thought there was some, you could play, a few seconds.
Everybody thinks that. No, you can't.
You know why I think that? Because somebody in high school told me that. A teacher.
That's a stupid teacher.
Yeah, I was going to say, so I assumed it was real.
No.
Just like, you can play up to 7 seconds of a song without having to pay any rights or anything. I was like,
no.
Yeah, it was for because people were using them in PowerPoint presentations.
Oh, yeah, because, you can sort of get away with it because it's like, how are they going to find out?
I guess, but she put an exact amount. She's like, no more than 7 seconds. It's like, where did that start? That's not true, right?
No, if you're doing something for school, you could use any song. I'm sorry.
But she made it sound like it was the universal law.
No,
you could take 7 seconds of anything and not pay anything.
No, otherwise I would use a much better song for our intro. So.
But you gave me a choice between two. And I was like, just play that one.
Yeah, I had to pick royalty-free music. We don't have the cash for
Yeah.
We don't have the cash for like a Kanye song.
I know, right?
Otherwise, I would use it.
And we should get Kanye on the show.
Yeah, we should. He'd probably come on.
He is a genius.
He is a genius. You're a genius, Mr. West.
Yeah. We should put up complicated math problems on a board. See if we can solve them.
Exactly. As he's mopping up for the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like back when I was a janitor.
Back when I was young. Okay.
We
All right.
aren't young.
We aren't. Okay, so wrapping up for this week. It's been a tough week.
You've been through a lot of shit.
I've been through a lot of shit, John.
Are you being funny or not?
I've been through it's actually fine. It's actually pretty fine. I think most people's weeks are pretty, unless like something really catastrophic happens. I think people just like to bitch and complain.
I got tax day coming up on Wednesday.
There you go. Hey, yeah, they go. The 16th coming up.
15th, bro.
Oh, yeah, because it's on the. Yeah, okay, you're right.
It didn't change. It's always April 15th.
Okay, so there you go. You got that. Exciting times if you haven't done your taxes.
Right.
Like John, apparently.
Give that money that pays for nothing and let the government take it and pay off the Federal Reserve and do it again next year.
There you go. All right, so there you go, people. Do your taxes because it's coming up. Okay, so with that, we leave.
My motherfucking time!
That's what John when he delivers personally his tax return to the IRS office. That's what he yells at them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that's it for this week. We will.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
But before we leave, I want to ask you to hit that subscribe button.
Ned, I would love to stand here and talk with you, but I'm not going to. See you.
I'm just going to keep playing shit.
Hit that subscribe button, and you get to hear all this beautiful soundboard clips.
Okay, can you explain to me why we can get away with playing this but not music?
It's
Look, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no really rights to quotes. I mean, it's movie lines. We're not playing the whole movie, so it's a little harder.
So I could read every line of a song, and it's fine.
Because it's like you're
but
covering
I can't
it.
play the song.
It's like you see on YouTube all the time people playing a cover of a song.
No.
They don't get in trouble. This isn't their interpretation.
Yeah, I guess so. But
yeah,
things are too complicated. I like things simple.
I like simple pleasures, like
exactly.
Butter in my ass, lollipops in my mouth. That's just me. That's just something that I enjoy. Call me crazy.
Speaking of lollipops up your ass, let's leave our viewers with a little piece of advice before we leave them for this week.
Okay. Just regular advice.
Regular advice.
Sometimes it takes a minute to get regular advice.
Yeah, it takes because you know this is good advice. Good advice just doesn't come on like willy nilly.
Yeah. We'll leave them with this.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
No, we'll leave them with real practical advice. Real practical advice. Like when you feel that little lump.
It's not a tumor.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, get that checked out.
You should
always early detection is important.
Exactly.
No, here's some real advice.
Real advice.
You should not drink and bake.
Exactly. So, with that, we will leave you for another week. We will see you next week. NBA playoffs next week starts next week, and we will cover that on our podcast and many
most wonderful time of the
year. We can't play that either. Okay. So with that, we leave you, and bye-bye.